Welcome back, PANcasters. Today, Daniel is back to give us some more info on the admin side of support.
Hi everyone, and thank you John for having me back so soon. Today I'm going to talk about how to transfer a device from a support account to another via the customer support portal, as well as the secondary market policy. Now and then we receive requests from customers and partners to assist with device transfer. Most of the device transfer requests can be performed at the customer's end over at the customer support portal, or some require further verification. First of all, to understand why customers and partners request to transfer a device to another account when the device has already been registered, here are some of the most common reasons. The first being the customer or the partner has registered the device into the wrong account and would like to rectify it by transferring the device to the rightful account holder. The second scenario is that the customer could be in a large organization with multiple support accounts created for different departments within their organization, and they would like to transfer the device to the rightful department account for management purposes. The third most common reason is that the customer could be in an organization which recently went through divestiture. A portion of their assets are being sold to another company. The new owner and company would therefore like to have the device transferred to their own support account.
Great, thanks Daniel. So how does a customer go about doing the transfer?
So for the customer to do the transfer, they need the following information before they can transfer a device. They are the serial number of the device and the email address of the recipient of the device. There are two ways to do it from the portal. The first method involves navigating to the products section and going to the assets page. On the assets page, search for the serial number and click on the transfer asset icon on the left, after which enter the email address of the user that you want to transfer the device to. For this, please take note that the user must be a registered support portal user with membership access in a support portal account. When you transfer an asset to a user email address, the user can accept or reject the asset in his account after logging into the customer support portal. Also, if you are an authorized service provider, ASC partner of Palo Alto Networks, then you will have the option to transfer the device from your ASC partner account to a target account ID instead of transferring to a recipient's email. Next, the second method to transfer a device, go to the product section in the customer support portal, then select the devices page. Search and select the intended serial number. There will then be a device information pop-up window. Click the Transfer Ownership button at the bottom of the window and enter the email of the user who will be receiving the device. Also, same as the first method, if you are an authorized service provider, ASC partner of Palo Alto Networks, then you will have the option to transfer the device from your ASC partner account to a target account ID instead of transferring to a recipient's email.
Thanks Daniel. So what's the process to accept or reject the transfer?
To accept or reject the transfer, the recipient has to log into the customer support portal. Upon logging in, at the top of the landing page, choose the account that will be receiving the device transfer from the drop-down account selector. The recipient can accept or reject the device transfer from either the assets or the devices page. To accept device transfer from the assets page, navigate to the assets page, hover to the top left account actions button in blue, and click on incoming transfers. Then hover to the right of the device to accept or reject the transfer. To accept device transfer from the devices page, navigate to the devices page, click on the Review Pending Device Transfers button at the top. In the Review Device Transfer window, find the appropriate device, and click the Accept or Reject button. If you accept the transfer, the device is added to the account and can be seen in the device table. If you reject the transfer, the device stays in its current account and the message Transfer Rejected is displayed in the device table. By the way, we have a knowledge base article on this topic aptly titled How to Accept or Reject Transfer of a Device. Feel free to refer to the article.
Good info, Daniel. Anything else to be aware of with transferring?
Yes, there are some limitations when it comes to transferring a device, and I am going to talk about them. The first is, if there is a Strata logging service, which was previously known as Cortex Data Lake, subscription attached to the serial number, a pop-up screen will appear asking you to confirm that you wish to remove the logging storage prior to completing the transfer. When you confirm, the authorization code associated with that serial number will be removed from the database and the transfer will be completed as requested. Number two, if the device has any cloud tenant-based licenses such as DLP, SaaS Inline, and AI Ops for NGFW, there would be no transfer option. The third one is, if you transfer a device which has IoT license, you will need to offboard IoT before transferring the device to the other CSP account. Lastly, Prisma SD1, which is also known as CloudGenix or Ion devices, cannot be transferred via the customer support portal. By the way, the steps to perform a device transfer can also be found in our knowledge base article titled How to Transfer Device or Spare Ownership.
Okay, are there any legal implications?
Good question, John. It is important to know that although transferring device ownership transfers the device from one customer support account to another customer support account, this process does not legally transfer ownership of the device from one company to another company. The device is still owned by the original end user, and license renewals will still have to be processed under the original end user account of the device, even though the device has been transferred. To legally transfer the device from one company to another, if both companies are no longer related, then the new company will have to follow the secondary market policy process and have the asset recertified. The secondary market policy allows previously owned Palo Alto Networks devices to be tested, certified, and relicensed for use under a new ownership. This policy also applies to scenarios such as if the original end user sold the device to their own employee, or if the customer purchased the device from secondary market platforms like eBay, etc. I will now give you an overview of how the secondary market policy works. Firstly, the new owner of the acquired device will contact a sales representative from Palo Alto Networks. It will be a two-step order process for the device to be successfully recertified. The first step involves taking the device through the process of confirming the device is in proper working condition, making sure the device is functioning correctly, not stolen, and not damaged. If the device does not pass, this process ends. If the first step passes, then the sales team will take you to step 2 to purchase brand new licenses for the customer's acquired device. This is because all the previous licenses attached to the device will be scrapped. For more details, you can find it on the Palo Alto Networks website if you search for secondary market policy. If you have any questions on the secondary market policy, you can also reach out to your local sales representative.
Excellent. Thanks again, Daniel, for sharing this information.
It was great to be back. Thank you, John.
Pancasters, as always, you can find the transcript and the links Daniel mentioned at live.paloaltonetworks.com. Until next time.